very entertaining film. It has an excellent cast, the acting is well done, music is enjoyable, and this is the first and best James Bond film that Pierce Brosnan would end up starring in. Directed by Martin Campbell, who also later directed Casino Royale. This 1995 spy film follows James Bond as he prevents a M16 agent who's gone rogue from using a satellite weapon against London that will pretty much cause a global financial meltdown. The cast in this film is pretty great. You have Pierce Brosnan playing James Bond, Sean Bean, Famke Janssen, Judi Dench as M. I don't care what anybody says. To me, she's M. She's played in not only the Pierce Brosnan James Bond films, but also in the Daniel Craig films as well. And story-wise, it's done real well. I enjoy the story. The acting is pretty damn well done. And Pierce Brosnan is just awesome as James Bond. Seriously, this guy just oozes charisma all throughout the film. And then you have the villain, Sean Bean. He is excellent as well. He's 006. So what happened? He faces death, and then he tries to pretty much take out the financial global empire of the world. And basically, this is a film I enjoyed. Going back to rewatch it for this review, it is the best film out of the Pierce Brosnan movies. No other film came close to this. After this film, obviously, GoldenEye is such a remarkable film. Its legacy not only extends to this, but also a video game that's still iconic all these years later. But I have to say that the acting is great, like I mentioned beforehand. Other than that, I don't have a problem with this film. It is generally some great moments throughout this movie. One of those great scenes is when James Bond, he's driving a tank and he disables a car. He adjusts his tie. Talk about being suave and cool. And not just that though, but Famke Janssen's character, she's deadly. And she is like just an assassin. And let's not forget the love interest of James Bond, that is Natalie. And I have to say that she is very interesting. She's a person. She's not just some woman for James Bond to like sleep with and just there for eye candy. She actually has some good character development. And I really have to say, before the later James Bond films became ridiculous, this film, it makes sense. James Bond is not a superhero. He's just a normal guy. He's a spy. And he goes all around the world to stop, the bad guys from destroying said world. And it's a film like this that came out 25 years ago. It's still enjoyable to watch even today. I'm giving this film a 8 out of 10. This is such a great James Bond film. I mean, everything's well done. And before Pierce Brosnan was cast as James Bond, Timothy Dalton, the previous James Bond, he was going to return, but he didn't want to do a multi-deal contract. So this is a different take on the character. And I like, of course, Roger Moore, the old James Bond, who was completely over the top. But this James Bond, he's very cool. He keeps a head under pressure, and he gets the mission done. If you haven't ever seen this film, I say check it out because it's entertaining. It doesn't go into the ridiculous category that the later films would be. But this is a film that I think anybody who's a big fan of James Bond will enjoy. And that's my review of GoldenEye. Okay, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you think about this film. Do you love it, hate it, or in the middle? Out of all of the 4 James Bond films that Pierce Brosnan has been, is this the best one? Or do you think the other films are somewhat good? And speaking of other films, my next review is Tomorrow Never Dies. Alright, this is Slim Guy 172 saying, peace out.
On the water, more than darkness in the depths. See him surface in every shadow. On the wind, I feel his breath GoldenEye.